Please welcome from As the World Turns, Hansis.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Quite a controversial
Yeah. Very exciting. Lots of.
You got it right out of college, right? You were in college.
I had a year. I did Peter.
Okay.
I did Peter for like a year out of college, and then I got the role, and kind of ever since then I've been doing that.
Now, did you know at the time the details about the character?
I did not. I went in for a different character, and then like a month and a half later, I get a call back, and the agents were like, "You have a call back for As the World Turns." I was like, "I haven't done it for As the World Turns in a month and a half." So they were recasting Luke, and I was me and like 6 other guys, and then I went back the very next day. It was me and one other guy, and then on the train ride home, I got a call from my agent saying that I got it, and I didn't know anything about it at that point. I called my parents, and I was like, "Mom, Dad, I'm be on Days of Our Lives."
You did?
Yeah, I got it completely wrong.
Oh, how
I didn't even, because I was so excited, I didn't even know.
That's
I didn't know
hysterical.
what show I was on, so. So like, then my parents told everybody I was going to be on Days of Our Lives.
They told everybody else?
And then like, my agent called back with the details, and they were like, "So are you so excited about As the World Turns?" I was like, yeah, very excited about As the World Turns. So.
Then you have to call everybody back.
And then I have to call everybody and be like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm an idiot. I'm not on Days of Our Lives. I'm on As the World Turns." Because they both have time, days changing.
Yeah.
As the World Turning, they both deal with time.
They're both soaps.
They're both soap operas.
Did you watch either one of them?
I had never seen a soap opera before in my life. I mean, I'd catch random.
Right, but you never
moments,
watched
but
one with your mom.
Never been no. We didn't have a TV when I was a kid.
Is that right? Well, how did you get into acting?
I don't know.
You're a good talk show host, yes.
I came from a really tiny town, and they needed something for me to do in the summers. So I was in a play, and I played a gargoyle in a play when I was a kid, and I loved it. And
there you go.
There you go.
Now, you went to Carnegie Mellon?
I went to Carnegie Mellon, yeah.
Which is a great school.
Yes, it's an amazing school.
Has a great program for acting.
Great acting program. Lots of soap people are from Carnegie Mellon.
Is that right?
Jamar Tooney, Renee Lee Goldsberry,
Great
Dylan
school.
Fergus.
Great school.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Did you do that showcase they do at the end of the year?
We did.
I see that in the trade.
What is it? Tell me about it.
It's every year, Juilliard, Carnegie Mellon, all the theater schools, they do this thing called leagues or showcase, where basically they take their senior class, take them to New York, take them to LA, have them do this song and dance routine for agents and managers and casting directors, and that's how you get hooked up with agents.
And is that how you got hooked up? They came and they saw you?
They saw me.
See, isn't that great? I just love that. I do. I love that. I think it's so cool.
Nice.
We see that, in the Variety and the Hollywood Reporter. They put an ad in, and so each time I love to see the kids that are going to be.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it's a very terrifying couple months.
I bet it's
terrifying. Because you're like, what's going to happen with my entire life? But
Yeah, because you go to school for 4 years.
yeah, and then you're out in the real world. Yeah, they're like, here you go. Whoop.
Yeah.
And you're like, sink or swim.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, I think you're swimming.
Yeah.
I hope so.
And you also studied in Moscow,
I
too,
did
right?
study in Moscow for a year. 4 months. For 4 months. And that was
It's
very
almost
good.
like a year.
It felt like a year. I bet it felt like a year. What time of year was it?
It was from
winter time.
August to December.
Oh, okay. And what was Moscow like?
Moscow is crazy. It smells like diesel. That's Moscow right
And
there.
why Moscow?
Because they have an amazing theater program. They have a great acting training program.
How cool. So
Yeah.
you really come from solid training.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And are you learning a lot by doing the
I'm learning
soap?
so much. It's crazy, actually. I feel like I'm learning just as much, if not more, being on this show than I had, in school.
Of course, because it's like different learning.
Yeah, it's like real life learning, It's like
You're on.
Yeah. It's like if you're gonna learn Spanish, go to Mexico, live there, you'll learn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is
Learn
very
how to
much
act,
like that.
Go on a cell. You learn everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Here's that analogy.
Coming up next, Van reveals what caused him to have a breakdown in the middle of a mall.
As the world turns. So tell us when you had the breakdown.
This is continuing with Russia. I was in a mall. They have these beautiful malls that look like Grand Central Station. I was trying to buy a jacket because wintertime was coming, and I couldn't speak any Russian, and my credit card got denied. And for about a month, and like everything was just not working that day. I lost my keys to my apartment in Russia, and there was nothing I could do, and I just started bawling like a little girl in a mall, and all these, you know, these Russian people were trying to be very nice and help me and stuff, and that was a mess. Yeah.
Now here's an interesting thing that I just heard about you. We have a show on this network called Soap Star. I Want to Be a Soap Star, and I heard that you auditioned for the show and they turned you down.
Yeah, I got turned down. Well,
How long ago did you audition? First of all,
I auditioned for I think the second season, just kind of on a lark. My agent called me, and you know, I hadn't had any auditions that week, whatever. And he's like, "You want to go out for a reality show audition?" I was like, "Okay,
Why not?
Why not? You know, I'm a big reality TV fan, unfortunately. But so I decided, yeah, I'll go out on it, and I went, and I got to the round with the producers. So I met all the producers and everything. They was on the set of The View, and they lined us all up, and they had you do like.
How many people were there, first of all?
Oh, there were hundreds.
Really?
Hundreds. But they brought you in groups of 5 and lined you up, and then they had you do like
That soap look?
That soap look, and
Yeah.
then they cut you. And I got cut off that soap look.
Wow.
Right off the soap look.
And look at it.
And look at you now.
Look at me
You should
now.
do the show.
Look at you now.
You should do that new show they got coming out called On the Soap Star Anyway.
I'm a soap star anyway.
That's the show you should do.
Yeah.
See, you never should give up, people.
Never give up.
That shows
Never
you.
give up.
Lesson is never take
Yeah.
no for an answer.
So when did you learn that Luke was a gay character?
I learned that, I think, maybe like 2 days after I got the part, before I started shooting or anything.
It's kind of cruel that they wouldn't tell you that right off the bat. don't
You
you
know,
think?
I guess so. I don't know.
What
I
if
was
you
so.
said, I don't want to
so,
play a gay character?
Well, I guess then they would have had to cast someone else.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I hadn't signed anything at that point. I hadn't done anything like
Oh.
that. But you know, my agent called me and said that Luke was going to be gay, and you know, for a minute I was just like, oh, because you know, on a soap you don't think, oh, my character's going to be gay.
No, you
Because
thought
it doesn't-
Oh, the women are going to be making out.
You think it's going to be like Tanaka, like making out, like, you know, triangles, all that stuff. You don't think, yeah, it just never entered my mind. And so she told me that, so I was like, I just kind of stopped for a second. I was like, okay.
So you were fine. Well,
That's
how
fine
did you feel with it about it? Did
Fine
you think
about
it would affect your career in any way?
You know, I don't really think so. I think actually, what it has done is it's gotten me a lot more press
Probably.
and attention. I mean, would I be here right now if Luke wasn't gay? Maybe not.
You're right. You're so right about that.
You know, so
it's
I
so
feel
timely.
Yeah, it's very timely, and you know, the response has been
What
fantastic.
has the fan response been?
It's been really good.
What type
It's
of
been.
letters do you get?
I get letters kind of across the board. I get letters from parents whose kids are gay. I get letters from. I get the standard soap letters from women. I get letters from kids who are coming out, and it's been actually really cool to do some sort of social change. You know.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm
And
sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be very fulfilling.
It is.
Get
It
that
is
letter
pretty.
from someone that identifies with
Yeah,
your character.
yeah.
Especially a teen that's just come
Especially
out, or
teens,
have
yeah.
you helped anyone, or have you made
Actually,
anybody
just
come
a
out?
couple days ago, I got this letter from a kid up in Canada. It was a really long letter. He was just saying that he wouldn't have come out and told his family if it hadn't been for this story. Because I think the thing that they're really doing is they're making it a really real story.
It's-
And Luke's not a caricature. He's not, you know, it's just an everyday average kid who happens to be gay. And I think that's very important, and it's, especially for the audience, it's very important to see that these are just normal kids.
Do you think that they'll take it to the next step and have a love interest for Luke?
I don't know. I mean, I signed a contract, so I'll be there for a bit. Yeah, hopefully.
Well, he's a key character.
Yeah, he's a key character. I think eventually they'll probably get to that point. And you know, I'd be fine with it. You know, I just hope that whoever it is a cool person and like isn't freaking out because that'll make me freak out.
Yeah.
You know. So as long as you're cool, I'm cool.
Intimate scenes you could do.
Great.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things
Yeah.
you don't know until you get there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, but I think like it's part of the job. You know, you get there and you just gotta do it.
You got to do it. You
Yeah.
just do it.